Hello traders. So in this education seminar, we are going to discuss the possibility of finding every pivot in the market with a high degree of confidence. And then we can add an oscillator after we identify those points to confirm the entry. This is 60-minute chart. You see these lines here. These are astrophysics lines coming from energy heat map of two different variables we are tracking, and we believe these two variables are going to give us all the pivots. What we need is to wait for 2 points to come together, and these points are identified by the beginning or the end of these two lines. Beginning, this is the beginning of this line, this is the end of this line. Same thing as this is the beginning of yellow line, end of this line. So we need, rules are pretty straightforward. We need 2 endpoints or 3 coming together, not 1, because that gives us a very high probability of a turn. So let me mark those points for this week which just transpired. You will not see any pivot in the market which is not defined by these beginning and end points. It's impossible. At the same time, we don't want to blindly trade those endpoints either. We need to qualify them. So as a qualification criteria, we need to double up or triple up. That's the whole idea. So market started here. Let's just track this. So as I said, the rules are pretty straightforward. We need 2 or more endpoints. 3 is the best to come together. So let's find those. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go from left to right and see if I can find 2 or more beginning or end points matching together. Like here, end of this and beginning of this coincided. We got a pivot. And you will know this when market is coming close to this. You will know this. The lines will be formed. It has to look at the structures as the pivots are being formed, and it is applying astrophysics formulas on top of it, and then it is posting these areas. Okay, so let's go forward. I didn't see any overlaps here. There was one overlap here. This hourly chart got right here. Got little pullback, a bar pullback. Would have been hard to trade, but that's fine. That's how it goes. Anything else? Anything else? I don't see. Okay, I saw this, a small pullback on hourly chart, 1 hour pullback. Nothing else, nothing else. That's how you do it. Okay, this is one. There are 2 of them. So let's mark them, irrespective of how it moved. So logic is pretty straightforward. Okay, there's nothing else overlapping. This one overlap which came here, end of this and beginning of this. So we'll mark that. We want to see if the logic is correct, if the philosophy and the model is correct. So here, there was no beginning and end. We missed by a bar. So we're not taking that trade. Now this is, there are 2 and market was going down. And it had end of this came together. So we'll mark that. And obviously you go from 4 hours model of shape, which we are posting like this, down to 60 minutes. So you have turn points already known. Hey, this is the area of turn, this area of turn, this is area of turn, area of turn are given to us by 4 hour chart. Then we are going to go after and look at this energy points and saying how are the pivots going to be created at what time. So right here, let's go up. Now there are two endpoints here, so I'll mark that. And we have two endpoints here, big end of this, beginning of this. Let's mark that. And then there's no two overlaps here. There's no, this is one overlap, end of this and beginning of this. So you know where I'm going with this. All right, let's keep going. This is beginning of this, beginning of this. Now you may not want to trade every pivot. It's up to you. If you want to, you can too. When you are overlapping this with the 4 hours, you can get one, two good trades a day, capture the entire move. Or if you want a scalper, you can do that too. Then you have to go from 4 hour area to 1 hour area to 15-minute area. So you have to, if you're trading 5 minutes and 15 minutes, your 1 hour is the controlling chart. Okay, so right here, end of this and beginning of this is point to the bottom. All right, so you got the idea here. So let's, how about this one? Same thing here. We have 1, 2, and 3. Again, it pulled back its middle. It's like 11, 10 o'clock at night. Not much volume going on, but still, it reacted to the level. And then this is the beginning. So here I'm going to just draw this. This is 3 of them here, 2 here, end of this here, and 3 here. So 3 came here, 3 came here. The market is bouncing, and then 3 came here, 1, 2, and 3 came here. This was interesting at 3 o'clock when they opened up the market. Now you can see every pivot is created, and we can locate it. It's very easy. The challenge is finding the formula. Here, this is end of this, end of this, got the pivot, right? Okay. So you got the beginning and you got the bottom of the day, top of the day, and you should be done trading. But here, let's go here, beginning and end again. So these lines are taking into account the real data and then forecasting from the real data, real time. 4 hour chart, what we have been displaying, that is independent of the data itself. That is coming from higher dimensions. Here, this is reactive, live energy model. So let's see here. So this is again end of this, end of it. Two ends came here. Right here. All right, so far it is getting all the pivots for the week which just transpired. It can go on forever and ever, never-ending philosophy. These are the never-ending models, never-changing models. This is what we need to work on as humanity, building something which is not going to change. So this is again end of this, beginning of this. It takes multiple lifetimes. Here, beginning of this, end of this. So getting all the pivots. I'm gonna just do it this last day, and now you got the idea. Okay, so this one beginning end right here. This is beginning end right here on the top. You can see how it works. This is beginning and this is beginning here and here. You can see everything worked out nicely. This is beginning and end. There are 3 of them here. I can just show you that. I can see it visually right here. See one, beginning, end, and end. Got that. So let's see this one. We have end of this, beginning of this. This one gets the top. Beginning of this, end of this gets the bottom. Now you may be tempted to say, hey, this one is also predicting the top. This is also predicting this pivot here. This one, end of this, beginning of this. Yes, I mean everything will be run. So this is how it looks like on the hourly chart. So let's put some oscillator. So I put what we call SS oscillator. It's just looking at the value chart, nothing more. You can see on the internet what it does. So basically now you can see, now you have confirmation that we are going in the right direction or not, right? So just right here, you're expecting a low. Now you can see it came a little later because the energy point turned it, not the oscillator. So oscillator cannot be the driving force, it can only be confirming force. Okay, we are gonna go long, now wait for this, you got a confirmation, end of these, end of this. So this is where you want to trade. Now you will obviously go down to lower time frame to refine the entries on 15 minutes or 5 minutes. Here we are expecting a long, wait for the pivot to come. It came because of two lines coming together. So you know right here the pivot is going to be coming somewhere here, and you know that because of these two lines. So this something happened here, printed this line. Something happened here, printed this line. So you know while market is going into it, this line, this is there, and then it's overbought. Same thing here, we're expecting some long to take place. Waiting for the pivot, and there we go. Took some heat, it's fine. But on the hourly chart, this is 10 points. A small swing like this is 10 points. You're trying to capture the entire swings if you want. Now here we are already expecting overbought condition, but we only had, the rule says we only had one. We didn't have any structure, beginning and end. If you take this as a beginning and an end, then we can say it was 1 bar late, but that's fine. You can still, this is still valid. This is valid. I didn't see it, so. All right. So you can see 1 hour bar can move 20 points like this 120-point bars. So obviously you know these areas and then you will refine it. So direction is short. It came, short it nicely. Direction is short. We have shorting opportunity. These are all shorting opportunities. Look at the oscillator also is trying to go down. This is long opportunity. Look at the oscillator is trying to go up. Right? You're putting it together. Now you're putting things together. Look at this. Look at this. Right? Right? Okay. Same thing here. You're expecting market to be going down. So there we go. And here we're expecting market to be going up because of the oscillator condition. There we go. Here we are expecting market to be going down. We didn't catch this one, this is what it is. This one, okay, this one is kind of tricky because market was planning to go down. This will, I would say, was a loss. This one worked out very small, 10 points. I cannot say that it captured the market. So you would be expecting market to go down. It did not. So this is a loss right here. We're expecting market to go up based on the oscillator. You can use better oscillators if you have it. Here we're expecting market to go up, right? Here we're expecting market to go down. We are So we are putting two things together. And now you can see pivots are the ones driving this, not the oscillator. Oscillator is not moving anything, it's just giving the direction. Now you're confirming it together, but you wait for the time. Time trumps everything. Now this is confusing. So there we are. You can use stochastic, you can use any oscillator, or you can use, we have custom oscillators built as well. But it is giving you a good idea that this is the direction, confidence you want. You have that confidence coming in, but you're waiting for the timer to hit first. You're not trading otherwise. So you can see we got all the pivots, all the major moves every day, and then you will refine entries down to the lower level. You can also have magnetic lines here, which will give you support and resistance. Timer is there, direction is there. That will also give you stop loss. We will discuss that in the next session. Thank you very much. Hope we can see. Now, if you guys, you can email and subscribe and email to this if you are interested in getting this science under your belt. Thank you.